It all started innocently enough. I was a regular user on Reddit, spending my evenings scrolling through various subreddits. One day, I stumbled upon a subreddit called r/nosleep. The premise was simple. Users could share their most terrifying experiences, and everyone played along, pretending that the stories were real. It was all in good fun, or so I thought. As I delved deeper into the subreddit, I discovered a post that caught my eye. The title was ominous. I found a strange door in my basement that wasn't there before. The author claimed to have moved into an old house and stumbled upon a mysterious door in the basement that led to a parallel dimension. Intrigued, I clicked on the post and began reading. The narrative was gripping, filled with vivid descriptions that sent shivers down my spine. The author detailed their encounters with bizarre creatures and eerie landscapes on the other side of the door. The comments were filled with people praising the story for its creativity and spine-chilling atmosphere. As the night wore on, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was off. The story had become an obsession, haunting my thoughts even when I tried to focus on other things. I decided to comment on the post, expressing my admiration for the tale and jokingly asking if anyone else felt a lingering unease after reading it. To my surprise, I received a response from a user named u/whispersinthedark. Their comment sent a chill down my spine. Be careful what you wish for. The door opens for those who seek it. Dismissively, I thought it was just another user playing along with the story. But the unease persisted, growing stronger with each passing day. I found myself revisiting the subreddit, searching for more stories that would captivate my imagination and distract me from the growing sense of dread. One evening, as I scrolled through r/nosleep, I stumbled upon a new post that immediately grabbed my attention. The title was simple yet ominous: The Red-Eyed Entity That Stalks Those Who Read Its Tale. Intrigued, I clicked on it, half expecting another well-crafted piece of fiction. The author described a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes that haunted those who dared to read its story. The more I read, the more the details aligned with my own experiences. A shiver ran down my spine as I realized that the tale seemed to be tailored to ensnare those who had commented on the previous post. Frantically, I scrolled through the comments, searching for any mention of the red-eyed entity. I found a comment from u/whispersinthedark, the same user who had responded to my earlier comment. Their words sent a wave of terror through me. It's watching, and now it knows you've seen. Prepare for what comes next. I closed my laptop, heart pounding in my chest. The room felt colder, the shadows more menacing. I tried to convince myself that it was all in my head, that I had fallen victim to an elaborate prank. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something malevolent had been unleashed. That night, as I lay in bed, I heard whispers in the dark, indistinct voices that seemed to be taunting me. The air felt heavy, and the room was suffused with an otherworldly presence. I clutched the blankets tightly, paralyzed by fear. The next day, I returned to r/nosleep, hoping to find answers or at least some reassurance that I wasn't alone in my experience. To my horror, the subreddit seemed different, as if cloaked in an eerie silence. The usual lively discussions were replaced by a chilling stillness. Desperation drove me to create a new post, detailing my encounters with the mysterious door and the red-eyed entity. I poured my fear onto the screen, hoping that someone out there could offer guidance. The response was swift and ominous. Comments flooded in, each one more disturbing than the last. Users claiming to have experienced the same phenomena warned me that there was no escape. The more I tried to distance myself from the stories, the closer the entities drew. Days turned into nights, and the whispers in the dark grew louder. Shadows danced at the edge of my vision, and the air became charged with an unnatural energy. Sleep became a distant memory as the entities invaded my dreams, tormenting me with visions of a reality beyond comprehension. In a last desperate attempt to break free from the nightmare, I deleted my Reddit account, hoping to sever the connection. But the entities were relentless, their presence lingering like a curse. I could feel them watching, waiting for the opportune moment to cross into my world. As I write this, I can sense their presence growing stronger. The room is filled with an otherworldly chill, and the whispers have become distinct, forming words that send shivers down my spine. I don't know how much longer I can resist the pull of the unknown. Now, I'm not one to believe in curses or supernatural shenanigans, but what went down there left me questioning everything. It all kicked off when I stumbled upon a post titled, "I met a stranger who knew too much about me." The OP described a random encounter with some dude who seemed to know every little detail about their life. Names, addresses, embarrassing secrets, you name it. This stranger had the 411. Now, I'm a skeptic, so I dived into the comments expecting folks to debunk this wild tale. But instead, the thread was buzzing with people sharing similar creepy stories, like they'd all stumbled into some twilight zone where strangers knew more about them than they knew about themselves. Feeling brave, or maybe just stupid, I decided to share my own weird encounter in the comments. It was a late-night run to the convenience store, and some guy in a hoodie approached me, whispering details about my childhood that sent shivers down my spine. I hit post, thinking, hey, maybe I'll get some logical explanations. The next day, I woke up to a bunch of upvotes and comments that weren't exactly comforting. "Welcome to the club," one user wrote, and another said, "You've been marked." I brushed it off, thinking it was just Reddit being Reddit, but things took a turn for the bizarre real quick. My phone started acting up, glitching out like it had a mind of its own. Strange texts popped up, detailing things only my closest friends knew about. Panic set in, but I told myself it was some elaborate prank or a weird glitch in the Matrix. That's when I got a direct message from a user named Watcher in the Shadows. The message was simple, just 3 words: "You're not alone." I shot back, demanding an explanation, but the only response I got was, "Enjoy the show." Cryptic much. I decided to track this Watcher person down, but their profile was a dead end. No posts, no comments, just darkness. As days passed, things got weirder. I'd catch glimpses of a shadowy figure out of the corner of my eye, disappearing when I turned to look. Late at night, I'd hear hushed whispers outside my window, like a twisted lullaby. My sleep went out the window, replaced by paranoia and the feeling of being constantly watched. Desperate for answers, I posted an update on r/creepy encounters, pouring out my confusion and fear. That's when things went from strange to downright terrifying. The comments flooded in, not with helpful advice, but with warnings. "You've summoned something," one user typed, and another said, "Prepare for the ride of your life." The Watcher dude messaged me again, this time with a sinister laugh emoji. "You wanted a show, right?" I felt a cold sweat breaking out as I read those words. Was this some sick online game I'd stumbled into? Whatever it was, I was in too deep. One night, as I scrolled through the comments on my post, a notification popped up. A private chat request from Watcher in the Shadows. I hesitated but eventually clicked on it. The message that followed made my stomach churn. "Tonight, you'll see what's been lurking in your blind spots." I laughed it off, convincing myself it was just a troll playing mind games. But as the night settled in, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The air in my apartment turned icy, and the dim glow of my computer screen became the only source of light in the suffocating darkness. That's when the whispers returned, not just outside my window, but inside my head. They echoed details of my past, secrets I'd never shared online. Fear wrapped its icy fingers around my throat as I stumbled backward, knocking over my chair. "Who's there?" I stammered, my voice trembling. The shadows seemed to gather in the corners of the room, forming a shape, a figure with piercing eyes. "You wanted the show," a voice echoed, chilling me to the bone. Panic set in as the room pulsated with an otherworldly energy. I bolted for the door, heart racing, but it wouldn't budge. It was as if an unseen force held it shut. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of disembodied voices filling the air. "This is your reality now," they taunted. Cornered and terrified, I pleaded for it to stop, for everything to go back to normal. But the figure in the shadows advanced, its eyes glowing like two fiery coals. "You summoned us with your words," it hissed, each word sending ripples of dread through my very soul. As the figure closed in, I felt a surge of cold energy enveloping me. The room spun, and reality warped around me. In that moment, I knew I had become part of the twisted narrative of r/creepy encounters. The next thing I knew, I woke up in my room, bathed in the cold light of morning. Was it all a dream? I don't know. I gotta spill this eerie tale that went down in the murky corners of Reddit, specifically on a subreddit called r/urban legends. I never believed in spooky stories, ghosts, or any of that jazz, but what unfolded in those threads left me questioning everything. It all kicked off one night when I was down the Reddit rabbit hole, sipping on some cold coffee. I stumbled upon a post titled "The Midnight Hitchhiker of Route 66. The OP claimed they picked up a hitchhiker on the infamous highway, only for the dude to vanish into thin air. Now, I ain't no sucker for ghost stories, but the way this person spun the yarn was giving me the heebie-jeebies. Naturally, I scrolled down to the comments, expecting folks to debunk it or crack jokes. But instead, the thread was buzzing with people sharing their own encounters with the elusive Route 66 phantom hitchhiker. I chuckled, thinking, okay, folks are getting creative with their fiction game. But then it got personal. I shared a story of a creepy encounter I had while road tripping with my buddies. Out of nowhere, this old dude appeared on the side of the road, looking lost as all get out. We slowed down, thinking maybe he needed help, but when we blinked, he was gone. Poof, just like that. I hit post, not expecting much, but oh boy, did the virtual storm hit. People started commenting, saying they'd seen the same old dude, sharing eerily similar details. The chill ran down my spine like I'd stepped on an icy sidewalk with bare feet. One night, I got a private message from a user named GhostRider66. I rolled my eyes at the edgy username, thinking it was some kid trying to amp up the spook factor. But when I opened the message, it sent a chill down my spine. "You're not alone. The hitchhiker walks the threads." I scoffed at the dramatics but replied, asking who they were. The response sent a shiver through my fingertips. The stories awakened the dormant. Brace yourself for the ride. Curiosity turned into straight-up paranoia. I posted updates on the r/urban legends thread, sharing my escalating unease. But instead of helpful advice or reassurance, the comments took a sinister turn. "You've been marked," someone typed, and another user warned, "Once you see, you can't unsee." GhostRider66 messaged again, the words chilling me to the core. "The stories breathe through you. Embrace the darkness, for it embraces you." I thought about ditching the whole Reddit scene, but the feeling of being entangled in some supernatural web was too strong. It was like I was caught in a spider's trap, and every keystroke tightened the threads around me. One night, as I scrolled through the never-ending comments, a new thread caught my eye. "The midnight hitchhiker visited me last night." My heart skipped a beat. The OP described the same old dude we'd all encountered, claiming he showed up in their dreams, beckoning them to follow. The comments section was flooded with accounts of others having the same dream. It was like the hitchhiker was expanding his ghostly hitchhiking route into the dreamscape. I shivered, realizing I wasn't just dealing with a Reddit tale anymore. It was infiltrating my sleep. Ghost Rider 66 messaged again, his words haunting the screen. The hitchhiker walks the night roads of your mind. Don't fight it, he's part of you now. I tried to shake it off, but that night, as I drifted into sleep, the old dude with a faded flannel shirt and a weathered face appeared in my dreams. His eyes locked onto mine, and a chilling smile crept across his face. "Welcome to the ride," he whispered, and the dream faded into darkness. I woke up drenched in sweat, the room feeling colder than ever. The whispers were louder, like a ghostly choir singing a mournful tune. I stumbled to the bathroom, glancing at myself in the mirror. That's when I saw him, the hitchhiker, standing behind me, his figure blending with the shadows. I blinked, and he was gone. Maybe it was just sleep paralysis. Maybe it was all in my head, but the dread lingered like a stubborn ghost. The r/Urban Legends thread had become a haunting ground, a place where reality and fiction intertwined in a wicked dance. In a desperate attempt to break free, I shut down my Reddit account, hoping to sever the connection. But Ghost Rider 66's parting message echoed in my mind. The hitchhiker doesn't leave. He's now part of your story. As I write this, I can't shake the feeling that the phantom hitchhiker is still out there, wandering the threads of r/Urban Legends. The stories, the dreams, the whispers, they're all part of a tapestry woven with the threads of the unexplained. So, if you stumble upon a tale about the midnight hitchhiker, tread carefully. The stories have a way of finding you, and once you're on the haunted highway, there's no turning back. I've got a tale that'll make your hair stand on end. It all started when I stumbled upon a subreddit called r/Whispers from Beyond. Now, I'm no believer in the supernatural, but what went down there had me questioning reality itself. Late one night, deep into a Reddit binge, I clicked on a post titled "The Haunting Whispers in My Bedroom." The OP described these eerie voices that whispered secrets in the dead of night. I chuckled, thinking it was some creative writing. But as I scrolled through the comments, I found people claiming they'd heard similar spooky whispers. Curiosity got the best of me, so I decided to share my own late-night experience. Posted about hearing strange noises in my apartment, like hushed conversations that vanished when I tried to focus. I hit post, expecting a few laughs or logical explanations, but what I got was a one-way ticket to the Twilight Zone. Comments flooded in, folks sharing their own encounters with the mysterious whispers. It was like a ghostly support group. One user with the name SilentSeeker666 messaged me directly. "You've unlocked the realm of the unknown, mate. Brace yourself for the whispers to get louder." I rolled my eyes at the drama, but as the days rolled on, things got weirder. The whispers that once stayed confined to Reddit seeped into my daily life. I'd hear faint murmurings in the grocery store, at work, and even in the shower. It was like the damn whispers were following me. The Reddit notifications kept pinging like a possessed phone. SilentSeeker666 sent cryptic messages, warning me that the whispers were a doorway to something beyond. I brushed it off, thinking it was just online banter, but the unnerving feeling in my gut told me otherwise. One night, I came across a new post on r/Whispers from Beyond, the entity that answers questions. Intrigued, I clicked on it. The OP claimed they'd asked the whispers about their deepest fears, and the responses chilled them to the bone. The comment section was a mix of skepticism and curiosity. Without thinking, I decided to join the experiment. I posted a question, something personal that no one on Reddit could possibly know. Seconds later, the whispers in my room got intense, like a million voices trying to answer at once. My heart raced as I waited for the responses. The answers were shockingly accurate, revealing details about my past that I'd never shared online. Panic set in, and I deleted the post, thinking it was some elaborate prank. But the whispers didn't stop. They got louder, more insistent, like a relentless force invading my sanity. Silent Seeker 666 messaged again, his words sending the shiver down my spine. You've made a connection with the other side. There's no turning back now. Desperation drove me to post on r/whispers from beyond, pleading for help, for an off switch to the ghostly chatter. The responses were chilling. Users claimed that once you opened the door to the whispers, you were forever bound to the ethereal conversation. Night after night, I'd lie in bed, surrounded by the haunting murmurs. Sleep became a distant memory as the voices dissected my thoughts, revealing fears I never knew I had. It was like therapy from the beyond, but the kind that messes with your mind. Silent Seeker 666 guided me through bizarre rituals, telling me they'd found solace in the whispers. I followed suit, desperate for any relief. The rituals involved candles, strange symbols, and speaking questions into the void. But instead of answers, the whispers intensified, merging into a cacophony of ghostly chaos. I decided to disconnect, to abandon the cursed subreddit and the haunting whispers. I deleted my account, hoping it would sever the supernatural ties. But the voices persisted, as if the whispers had become a permanent resident in the echoes of my mind. As I write this, I'm still haunted by the ghostly murmurs. Silent Seeker 666 is gone. The subreddit feels like a distant nightmare, but the whispers remain. They've become a part of my daily existence, a constant reminder that I've tapped into something beyond the grasp of reason. So, heed this cautionary tale, mates. If you stumble upon r/whispers from beyond, think twice before you start conversing with the unknown. The whispers may seem harmless at first, but once you're entangled, there's no escaping the ghostly grip of the unseen realm.